Here we go. Stop.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
13 yards remaining on second down.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And some room to maneuver. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. They find some open field here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal at the 1.
Now it's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. They're on the board first on the road here in L.A. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
He was brought down by
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dunk through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This is the tight end fan. And he's got room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. And it's Smith. On the move to his left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go, here we go.
And it's intercepted. He's at the 50.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Gibbs
down to about the 45. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibbs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
3rd and 2, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Ready, break.
Here's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to be.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of and now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Smith. And it's caught. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle they go. Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Let's go now. Come back team. Come back team. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Check smash. Check smash.
They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 28-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
At the 33-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go now.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
93 yards. That's another Rams first down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
139 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jordan Brooks with it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Play action. It's Smith. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibbs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Smith. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This one from 35 yards away. Myers' kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Atwell now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Atwell on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 4. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA. T. Higgins, 72 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell you,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Atwell now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a throw here to his running back, finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. T. Higgins with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2
somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it?
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 37 yards. And the Seahawks have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again. But
he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back to throw now on first down.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibbs. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad.
Touchdown, Rams. T. Higgins, 29 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It's a run with Akers. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Atwell now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a 1st down. Well, with him trailing here in the 2nd half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson,
62 yards.
and the Rams are back within a score. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and where he wilt. Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points in that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Seahawks 66, Rams 58.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Atwell now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. Charles, a lot of happy